It's July, which means the summer anime season has officially begun. The pandemic has delayed production on a lot of anime, so this is one of the most sparse seasons we've seen in a while. But there's still a few new shows that are worth your time if you're looking for something to watch. As a reminder, this list is not the best anime of the season. It's far too soon into the season to make that distinction. These 6 shows have just managed to catch our eye and are also based on well-received manga or light novels. Here are the 6 must-watch anime for summer 2020. If you like tournament arcs in anime, you'll love The God of High School, as the show just begins with one. You're not going to get anything profound from The God of High School's overall narrative or characters. The themes and tropes present in this Crunchyroll original have all been touched on in other anime to some extent. That doesn't make The God of High School any less exciting though. This show is packed to the brim with well-choreographed battles, all of which are animated to capture the high-stakes action and dance-like movement of the combatants. You can watch The God of High School on Crunchyroll. Following his work on Saga of Tanya the Evil and FLCL Alternative, anime studio Nut is taking a crack at its own original story in Decadence. Decadence sees the remains of humans retreat into a mobile fortress following the appearance of dangerous monsters. While most humans remain in the fortress to maintain its upkeep, those born into warrior families are trained to battle them and drain the monsters' blood, which acts as the fuel source for the fortress. You can watch Decadence on Funimation. Okay, yes, BNA Brand New Animal premiered in the West on June 30th, which technically means it came out on the last day of the spring season, but this is our list where we get to make the rules, so I'm giving it the leeway to count as a summer anime. Studio Trigger's latest anime is a very Studio Trigger. If you watched the likes of Kill la Kill and Premiere and thought, I love this, then there's a pretty good chance you'll dig BNA Brand New Animal. In BNA Brand New Animal, a species of humans known as the Beastmen have become public knowledge in the wake of humanity's expansion, destroying most of the habitats where the Beastmen have long lived in secret. Beastmen face violent persecution at the hands of humans, so they're forced to live in Anima City, a place kept isolated from the rest of the world. You can watch BNA Brand New Animal on Netflix. This is a gut-wrenching anime that does not shy away from showing, in graphic detail, the hardships that someone faces in the wake of a disaster and the emotional and mental toll that such hardships can have on a person. It's a great modern-day anime adaptation of the 1973 novel Japan Sinks, but it is also depressing as hell. Japan Sinks 2020 sees a massive earthquake strike Japan following the Tokyo Summer 2020 Olympics. When the shaking finally relents, high school track star Yumu Muto awakens to see her fellow teammates crushed and misshapen, one of which is still alive and begging for help. Meanwhile, her younger brother, Go, desperately tries to claw his way out of the family home after suffering a severe head wound. Thus begins one family's struggle to reunite and survive a rapidly sinking Japan. You can watch Japan Sinks 2020 on Netflix. Fire Force returns for a second season this summer, which sees Shinra and the rest of the Company 8 go up against new threats. Fire Force is your traditional shonen anime, but it's got some impressive animators and sound designers behind it. In the world of Fire Force, a major event triggered the emergence of individuals with pyrokinetic abilities. The first generation of these people can't control their genetic mutations, resulting in their flames sparking out of control and transforming them into demonic entities known as Infernals. However, the second generation can control fire in different ways, and third generation individuals can create fire. With traditional firefighters unable to deal with Infernals, 8 special firefighting units are created, with each assigned to address the threat in their own way. You can watch Fire Force on Crunchyroll and Funimation. After 4 years, ReZero Starting Life in Another World has returned. Yes, Subaru Natsuki is your standard shut-in, who finds great power by dying and being reborn in a fantasy world, one that happens to include a fair amount of cute girls. But Subaru's great power is much more of a curse than a boon, and the mental and emotional suffering he must undergo to save his friends and loved ones is far more severe than your typical protagonist. Deciding to pursue a new life in the world he finds himself in, Subaru unfortunately dies again, only for his life to reset to the exact same spot in time he first came to this new world. With this, Subaru realizes he's basically been given the superpower of a video game protagonist, where his life now auto-saves at certain checkpoints, causing him to revert to his last save when he dies, but still retain all of his memories of his previous runs through the world. Season 2 begins with Subaru's biggest challenge to date. His latest checkpoint is saved after one of his closest friends is erased from known existence, so no matter how many times he kills himself, he can't go back and change what happened. You can watch ReZero Starting Life in Another World on Crunchyroll. That wraps up our roundup of summer 2020 anime to watch out for. What has you personally excited or have you enjoyed so far? Let us know in the comments below, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.